Right, we have our building play now for our Gear4music Ash Telecaster DIY kit. What we'll do is we'll have the video diary. We'll do a little play, see some of the sounds. This is all done, just as a recap. Remember, it's not the neck that came with the kit, not that there was anything wrong with the neck, but I had this neck, so I put it on. It's a reverse head Telecaster neck that I already had, and we finished it in our Kt2 stains followed by the worktop oil. I absolutely love the finish in this. I was trying to make it match. I've just sat this next to the Telecaster parts caster kit that I've put a video up on, and it's quite close. It's not the same. This is a basswood body, whereas this is an ash, so you'll never be exactly the same because different woods take the stains differently, but it's quite a similar guitar. I really like this one, so thought I'd try this. Unusually, I don't really have maple necks. I'm just looking and I've got about 30 guitars, and I've only one other guitar apart for these two that is a maple neck, and it's one I've built. So I don't know if I've ever actually bought a maple necked guitar before. I have preference to rosewood or ebony, but I'm quite liking these, especially the satin finish. However, really happy with how this kit turned out. There was a couple of challenges which you'll hear if you watch the review, but maybe slightly out of tune, sorry. But nice kit, like how it plays. Good. I don't know if it's a Tele thing, but the middle position is very quiet. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be. Get a bit of noise on. Happy with it, plays nice, neck feels good, everything's fine. I haven't done my intonation, just remembered, so it's probably a little bit out. I think it's sharp. It's sharp. After that, see? Silent. No humming, buzzing or anything. Anyhow, follows is a video diary of building it and putting it together. Enjoyed this, think it's well worth its money. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please leave me a little like, subscribe, and hopefully sign in for some other videos. Thanks again. Cheers. Alright, so we're starting a build of our Gear4music Telecaster ash body. This is the end of my first day working on it. So what we've just done today is sanded down with 240 on my orbital sander to get it nice and smooth all over, sides, back, etc. It's a nice piece of wood actually, this. Happy with it. What you may notice I've also done is I've filled in the previously drilled holes for the pickguard and the control plate. It's just because I've bought a different colour. I want to make this match the Stratocaster type guitar that I've just done, the Packcaster video, if you've seen that. So I got a ivory coloured pickguard for it, and the holes are slightly different, so got them filled in at this stage before we stain the body. We're going to stain it the same colour, so put a dark stain on it first, sand it right down, and then we'll get that same kind of amber, honey type colour with the reds and yellows and browns and the dyes. That'll be tomorrow's job, but that's all been done. Pickguard's ready, a wee bit of shielding on it where it needs to be, the parts are all ready. The only thing I did notice was when I lifted off the pickguard that was there, and the pickup that was in it, the pickup actually had a fault at the pickup side where the ground wire wasn't connected into the coil correctly. Not really something I could repair, so to be fair to them, I phoned Gear4music. The guy listened to the problem, said he would call me back. Within 5 minutes he called me back. We agreed that it was unrepairable or probably wasn't worth repairing. Within a minute, in my email I had a returns label and they've sent out a replacement part to me, so I should get that within the next couple of days. Can't fault it, absolutely brilliant, well done. Just I'm glad I spotted it by changing the pickguard out. The other thing I've got ready is the neck. I have levelled off the frets and rounded off the edges. I've also knocked out the nut because obviously this is a left-handed neck and it needs to be set up for right-handed. I've actually ordered a new one because taking it out I created a wee bit of damage on the nut. I kind of smoothed it out, but I would rather just get a new one, so new one's coming for that, and we'll be ready to go. Tomorrow's job, so the next update will be the dart stain on this at least, maybe then sanded down with the 320 to get it ready for the lighter part of the stain. The neck, if I've got time, I'll get my logo on it. I'll rub this down slightly so as I can get a quick coat of poly on the top that will then be matted down to match the rest of the kind of satin finish. And I'll see if I've got some satin paint. But that'll be day one, and day two we should have that kind of stage done ready. And we'll come back and get an update. So we're at the end of day two, and we now have our stain on. It's still drying. This coat that's on it. So basically, I had 3 coats. Then I've rubbed it down with 800. I use a mesh disc sandpaper on my orbital sander. And just hand sand it around the edges. Put the screws in so as it keeps it up off the worktop, the tabletop. These will be in below the pickguard or the bridge. That's ready. The stain is, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, it's Tele dye stain powder. Stuff lasts for ages. I mean, basically for doing this, I've done 3 coats and then another 2 coats. 3 coats, rub down, then 2 coats, and that's basically about, I'll probably put 2 amounts of water in that, so that's 0.2 litres, and I've probably used a teaspoon of yellow, half a teaspoon of red, no, not even that, probably half a teaspoon of yellow, quarter teaspoon of red, and an eighth, maybe a wee bit less than an eighth of brown to get this colour, and then we'll be ready to do the oil finish over the top tomorrow once it's a good time to dry. I'm going to use this stuff again, stuff that smells like fish bones when you put it on, but actually I really like how this finishes up. It's dead easy to use, so we'll do that tomorrow, hopefully, all going well. Got other things to do tomorrow, but we'll try and do that. And the neck has been done as well. I've got the logo on and masked up, gave it a couple of hits of a satin lacquer. So that's done now, that's all right. So we're ready almost to finish up. My only issue is I'm waiting for some bits to come. So I'm still waiting on this pickup to come for this, my replacement pickup for it. I've just sat this stuff on here loosely just to check the fit of everything. I also had ordered a 6 saddle bridge rather than the 3 saddle because they're easier to intonate, especially here in the middle. So that's not connected yet. That's not connected yet either. It's just sat in. But the finish is all done. I absolutely love this stuff. This worktop oil. It's just been given a rub down. Said 3 coats, then a rub down with the 800, and then another 2 coats. I brushed it on this time and I actually prefer brushing it on, it's much nicer. And then I've buffed it up with some good quality beeswax polish. So neck's all done, just to fit my tuners and stuff. I'm still waiting on my nut. All the stuff's ready. So, all my bits are ready. Candle for doing the screw heads, so they're going nice and easy and you don't damage anything, especially the ones on the maple. But everything else is done, ready, just waiting on the bits now. Quick update before I get the strings flung in this, set up, and we'll get a wee play test. It's all done now. Really happy with how this kit turned out so far, assuming it all strings up all right. The only thing, remember this kit, I've changed the neck that's on it. This was another one I had, it's left-handed neck. But everything else is the same. I had an issue with one of the tuners, this one here. But I've managed to get some Pt2 tape on it. It just wasn't tightening, it was bottoming out in the screw. I think it's the threads weren't quite right in it, so that was an issue, but I managed to repair it. I ended up just putting the original bridge in. It just positioned a lot better than the replacement 6 saddle one that I bought, so just kept that in. That is a replacement pickguard. That's the new pickup the guys at Gear4music sent me. They didn't send me the same one as a kit, they sent me actually a slightly better one, a bell cap pickup, looks quite nice. All this is standard. I didn't put the, would you flip, the Airtech QTP in the end because the hole in the metal here is a bigger diameter than the one that's in it, so I needed to drive it out. I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. But really happy with the finish. This stuff comes up great, so it does. Guitar itself, materials wise, the body and neck were all great. Although this isn't the neck that's for it, the actual neck that did come with it's great, but this body's come up really nice, really happy with it. But we'll get it strung up now, set up, try and intonate. I've not intonated a 3 saddle before, so we'll have a bash at that. Then we'll get a little demo of it and see how it goes. So that's us, it's all ready to go. Let's see if I can flip it over with one hand here. You see the back of the guitar. Nice piece of wood. I've put different strap buttons on it, just my usual better kind of mushroom head ones rather than the ones that come with the kit, but everything else is looking fine, all in good. I know they're right-handed tuners on a left-handed neck, there was no previous drill holes, so it's fine. I'll do fine. But the new nuts in, proper nut for it. So we'll come back to the sound test.